Hi, this is John with Caesar Chimney Service, and today we're going to talk about wood stoves and air. So everybody knows you have to put wood in a wood stove, but not many people know how much air is supposed to go into that fire. So here we've got a wood stove. She's cooking. You can see the fire in there. You can see the wood's nice and caught. On the side of these stoves, sometimes it's a flap, sometimes it's a knob, you'll have these little guys. This is your air intake. If you go counterclockwise, that opens up, gives the fire more air. On this side, there's another one. This one's closed right now. And as you can see, the door is a little bit open. So, let's go outside. Let's see how the chimney looks with that fire going. So as you can see, not much visible smoke. If I zoom in, if I can hold it steady, you can see that heat vapor coming out. Very clear, almost not very discernible unless you look really close, but that's a lot of heat, a lot of vapor coming out. So, let's go back inside and let's try something. If we close the door and turn the air down a little bit. When I say turn the air down, all I did there was close the vent. But just from closing the door and taking some of that air away, let's see what that did to outside. Same fire, same chimney. All we did was take that air away, and now you can definitely see the smoke.
Oh yeah, that's bad. It's not working.
Nope. The moral of that story is when you have a wood stove, you want to give it ton of air. You want to give it enough air that the air can suck into the stove, light the wood, get sucked up and out of the flue as fast as possible. If you have a ton of wood, it needs a ton of air. The more wood, the more air. It's got to be balanced. Because the second you choke that fire out, which is essentially what happens when you close that air or close that door, the fire is now choked. It's literally fighting for, look, now you can see it. That fire is fighting for air right now. So the more smoke you see, the thicker smoke you see, the darker smoke you see, the harder that wood stove is having to burn. It needs more air, and it's going to build up creosote in that flue as it's going. So now, if we go back inside.
Is it still burning smoky?
Oh yeah.
Alright, so you want me to open it up?
Yeah, let's open both. Leave the door closed, but let's open both sides of that air.
Can I do just one, just for the fun of it?
Yeah,
I'll put
let's-
twice as much.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's open it up. Now we got twice as much air on the side. Let's see what that does.
It just burns it so fast that.
Oh yeah. And that's the drawback too, is the more air you put in it.
Yeah, it's still a little green.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll open up the other side.
Okay. So now we're going to open up the second side of that air. We're going to give that fire double the air that it had. And let's see what happens. You can hear him turning the air right now. Look at that. Went down considerably.
Yeah, and I kind of equaled them on both sides. I could do a little more.
So there you have it. The more wood, the more air. What a lot of people like to do, especially in New England, is the slow burn. They like to load the wood stove up at night, like to get the fire nice and hot, and then close the door, close the air, close dampers, close everything up, make it airtight, make that fire last throughout the night. Not the best thing for it. All you're doing when you take air away from a fire is you're smothering it, and you're creating smoke. Smoke equals creosote.